Not everyone can become great or true teacher. So pag sinabi kong great or true teacher, it means that number one, that teacher gives a part of him or herself to the students, to his or her fellow teachers. Number two, he or she follows the words of God, regardless of the discussion, regardless of the lesson. And most importantly, number three, it's the experience. I am John Christian C. Valeroso, and I am the current chair of the Secondary Education Department, College of Education. The Bachelor of Secondary Education is a 4-year degree program that provides future teachers with both academic and clinical preparations. For the actual teaching internship, we'll have the 4th-year BSE students. And at the same time, the teachers, sometimes they also have this observation in the junior high school, the USC Junior High School. So before, parang we had this also in the senior high school. So it depends on the availability of the teachers, kung saan natin mas may improve o mas mapapagaling ang ating mga future teachers.
I'm Gerald Trambola, currently a 4th year from the College of Education, taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Science. I don't know when it started actually, but I just remember one day I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm going to become a teacher one day.
Ayan, mapagpalang araw sa lahat. Ako si Princess Angel Galono, o mas kilala ng mga estudyante ko bilang Binibining Jelay. Kasalukuyan ako ay 4th year Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Filipino. Nung una, sa totoo lang po, hindi ko po talaga gusto yung Bachelor of Secondary Education. Siya po yung least program na pinili ko dito sa UST. Nung pumasok na ako dito, kala ko nung una di ko magugustuhan. Pero yun nga, minahal ko rin naman siya at ngayon mas lalo ko pa siyang minamahal. At meron akong mga profesor na talagang nagturo sa akin kung paano mas maging maayos na bata, mas maging maayos na estudyante, at the same time, mas maging maayos po na student teacher sa ngayon.
So most of the time, it's because of inspiration from my other teachers that I grew up with. They were great teachers, competent, and also very caring teachers that they inspired me to become one as well.
Una pong task na ginagawa po namin bilang student teacher dito sa UST, yun po yung pagpaplano nung gagawin ng mga bata, kung ano po yung mga dapat nilang lesson, kasi siksik po yung weeks nila dito. So, dapat kung ano po dapat yung pinaka-importante nilang gagawin o yung pinaka-importanteng aralin na dapat nilang malaman. Pangalawa po nun ay yung pag-a-apply. Una po i-a-apply namin sa sarili namin bilang guro. Pangalawa, sa mga mag-aaral namin syempre. At pangatlo po, yung paggawa na po mismo, yung nung mga gawain o yung mga lesson. Kasi yung sa tatlo pong yon na mga task namin, yung pagpaplano ng lesson plan, curriculum guide, mga PETA nila, madali lang po yun. Pero yung applying po, yun po, dun po yung medyo mahirap na parte. Kasi minsan po may mga hindi inaasahang pangyayari. Kaya minsan po yung mga napagplanuhan ng task, minsan po parang nagugulo siya, i-revise na naman ng i-revise. So, yun po yung ginagawa po namin dito.
For my classes, I usually just do tar papel. It's basically a tarpaulin made out of paper that I tape together just to simulate a tarpaulin, because we can't use projectors or any type of gadgets during class to show pictures. Science is reliant on these figures, so I did that just to have that visualization for the students. For some, it's not just a printed picture. Some use a cartolina, Manila paper, the ones we usually see when we're reporting when we were younger. But for me, my personal preference is just a tar papel and then board talk. So just the marker and the board for the concepts.
So yung mga ginagawa ko pong traditional materials sa ngayon, yung una po doon, yung sa Manila paper, halos Manila paper po, cartolina, at minsan po yung tinatawag po naming board talk o sa whiteboard lang po kami magsusulat. Una po doon yung sa Manila paper. Siyempre, yun po yung pinaka-common na ginagamit ngayon ng mga student teacher. Kasi nga po, mas madali at mas mura po. Kasi alam naman po natin na dapat po yung mga bibilhin din po naming materials, budget friendly, kasi wala pa naman po talaga kaming trabaho. Kaya yun po yung unang materials namin. Sa cartolina naman po, siyempre, katulad po siya nung Manila paper, affordable, mura. Tsaka yung cartolina po kasi meron siyang iba't ibang kulay. May white, may pink, kung ano mang kulay. Kaya doon po kami kasi mas naaaliw yung mga bata pag iba't iba yung pinapakita mo sa kanila, hindi isahan lang. At minsan rin po, gumagamit rin po kami ng mga flashcards, ganyan, para mas matuto sila at hindi lang iisa yung makita nila. Pagkat makakatulong din yun sa kanilang pagkatuto o development skills po.
I use the board talk because I see it as a way for me to practice more the concepts behind the topic. So because for PowerPoint, for example, there's notes, there's presenter notes. So you have a guide and also the guide itself behind the screen. But for board talk and then just the pictures, I train myself to become more competent, to become more knowledgeable about the topic so that when I discuss, it is correct in ways without relying much on notes.
The three most important competencies or skills that the practicing teacher must have is, of course, the curriculum planning. Napaka-importante nito. Of course, as a teacher together or being mentored by the supervising teacher, they need to plan their lesson properly. And at the same time, aside from curriculum planning, they must also learn how to deliver it properly. That's why instructional delivery is very important. And of course, assessment. Assessment after you deliver your lessons, after you provide the knowledge to your students, you will have, of course, you need to assess your students if they learn something from your class.
Ngayon po, yung pakiramdam ko bilang isang pre-service teacher, sobrang fulfilling niya po. Lalong-lalo na pag alam mo sa sarili mo na pinagkakatiwalaan ka ng mga mag-aaral mo. Hindi dahil sa pinilit mo silang pagkatiwalaan ka, kundi dahil sa nakuha mo yung tiwala nila ng kusa. At yun po yung isa sa parang pinaka gusto ko sa ngayon bilang isang pre-service teacher. At parang nakikita ko sa araw-araw na pag oras ko, masaya sila, Filipino na, ganyan-ganyan. At yung naririnig ko sa kanila na parang nagiging pahinga nila yung Filipino. Hindi naman pahinga na wala silang ginagawa, na parang nakakahinga sila sa akin kasi nakakapagsabi po sila ng kanilang mga problema o kung ano pa man. Kaya yun po yung isa sa pinaka natutuhan ko o pinaka gusto ko ngayon bilang isang pre-service teacher.
I think people should choose to be a Tamasian educator because we are emulating what the school is promoting. So becoming a competent, committed, and compassionate teacher that goes beyond the four walls of the classroom. So becoming a teacher is not easy, but after the 4 years of formation, when they enter the College of Education, they'll come out as those competent, committed, and compassionate teachers of tomorrow, of the next generation. The 3 C's, the committed, compassionate, and competent teachers are needed in the Philippines because, first of all, fake news is prevalent in our society right now. So by becoming that teacher, we understand that not all people consume information at the same time, at the same pace, in the same levels. So, as teachers, it is our duty to make sure that what we teach our students are the correct ones, are the correct information. What we teach our students are the ones that they're going to use in their daily lives, and what we are going to teach our students is the truth. So that's what's important in becoming a committed, compassionate, and competent teacher.